What's up, guys? Zack, Hample here in a hotel room overlooking my favorite stadium, Camden Yards in Baltimore. And you know what? I feel like if I'm gonna watch batting practice today, it's gonna have to be from this spot because of a really stupid rule that I'm not happy about.
And that rule is that the gates here don't open until an hour before game time. I don't even know why I have my glove. Maybe there'll be a game home run flying my way, but for right now, whenever they open, I guess I just gotta run inside and try to find some baseballs in the seats. Well, as I hoped and somewhat predicted, there were indeed lots of baseballs sitting in the seats waiting to be found. I grabbed 2 quick ones in left field before my videographer Chris started filming, and the massive scavenger hunt continued from there. I walked up and down the stairs in various sections, looking at the ground in between every row, and I also looked inside the zip-tied seats, because you never know where a baseball might be hiding and waiting to be discovered. After a bit, I headed back down to the front row and found 3 baseballs clustered up in one spot underneath a seat. I had walked right by that spot a minute earlier, and somehow nobody had noticed them. After searching for another minute, I found a baseball sitting in a cup holder in the front row. Obviously, there's no way to know how it got there, but if I had to guess, I would say that it had been placed there by one of the ushers. Gotta give them credit for not taking all the baseballs for themselves. Of course, I wish the stadium had opened earlier for batting practice, but given the fact that it didn't, I want to give a thanks to the Orioles for providing this bit of entertainment and generosity, allowing the fans to run in and grab so many balls. So I still have 3 right here. I'm gonna give all these away, gonna find some kids and hand them out, and maybe somebody will hand me a new pair of shorts. Look at this. I tore my pants within the first 20 seconds of running inside. I don't even remember how it happened, so that's the one bit of bad luck for right now. You can see there's really nothing happening on the field, a few groundskeepers hosing down the infield, so I guess we'll just wander and see what happens next.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dean Kramer getting the start tonight for the Orioles, and I have to say that he was looking shaky in the bullpen. He bounced a few pitches, airmailed the catcher on one, and was generally missing his spots. I didn't get any shots of that, so just take my word for it. It'll be interesting to see how that translates to the game itself. Props to the Orioles bullpen for being so generous with baseballs. They tossed a whole bunch into the seats right before the game, and I got the very last one, my 7th of the day. Just a few minutes after that, the Orioles jogged out onto the field on this beautiful night in Baltimore, and we are underway. The top of the first inning was a little shaky for Kramer, and in the top of the second, Mike Ford took him yard, a solo shot down the left field line, and that's where we stand right now, top of the second inning, 1-0 Yankees. And as you can see behind me, it's not that empty. The stadium overall, I mean, it's probably well under 10,000 fans, but I don't even see one entire empty row of seats out here, so it's not going to be that easy to catch one if anyone sends one flying my way. There are a lot of righties in this game for the Yankees. 6 of their 9 are right-handed, so I like my chances somewhat. Domingo Germán is dealing tonight. Top of the 6th inning, the Yankees are on top 6-0, and Germán has allowed just 1 hit. Meanwhile, Giancarlo Stanton has been mashing. This one, which ate up the shortstop, had an exit velocity of 113.8 miles an hour, and he hit one even harder a few innings earlier, 119.4. That's why the Orioles were able to turn it into a double play. The guy is absolutely incredible, and if he stays healthy and gets himself back on track, I could see him once again becoming an MVP caliber player and hopefully not getting booed so much at Yankee Stadium. In the 8th inning, Clint Frazier blasted a home run into my section. I ran down the stairs for it, but get this, the ball ricocheted all the way back into my original row. Can you believe that? If I hadn't been all fancy, and if I just stayed where I was, I could have grabbed this one easily. How's that for bad luck? Meanwhile, the fan who did get the ball launched it back onto the field. A nice little screw you moment to the Yankees on a night that they dominated, beating the Orioles by the score of 7-0. I've been to every Yankees home game this season, but this was my first time seeing them on the road. And by the way, Yankee Stadium is only opening 90 minutes early for games this year, so I still haven't seen the Yankees take any batting practice. Speaking of which, on a day with no BP, I think I did pretty well. 8 baseballs total, found the 6 out here in left field when I first ran in, then a pregame toss-up from the O's bullpen, and then before the 8th inning, Austin Hayes, Orioles left fielder, tossed one up, grabbed that in the seats, handed it to a kid. I gave away 7 of my 8 baseballs, but they all count for my lifetime total. That number is 11,313. Tomorrow I'll be back for an afternoon game here, so even if they did open early, there probably wouldn't be batting practice. So I'm looking forward to wandering around more of the stadium, showing you guys some things. So definitely look for that one. Please subscribe. And thanks for watching this one. I'm out. See you tomorrow, Camden Yards.